Yeah, OBS is definitely having. I don't know what it is. Like whenever I try to do the browser capture, it really doesn't like that when I have to change what it is. So I don't know. Oregon. Hopefully the whole disconnected deal is still connected, like it's one big VOD, so I don't have like 8 VODs today, but yeah. Shouldn't have drawn the feet. I'd like to see you do better. Yeah, everybody's a critic. That's not your desktop background. You're welcome. Thank you, Plain Isaac, for the 110 bits. Oh, man. Well, there's supposed to be this thing, Quadratic, where Twitch connects any VOD that's like less than 30 seconds apart. And I've never had it work for me. And those resets were definitely within 30 seconds. So if there's multiple VODs, that's gonna be, it feels bad. Let's see what we can find about the sighting. So what did you suggest we do? Just talk to all the villagers? People would be suspicious of us if we did all of that all of a sudden. I think we should talk to the village elder first and see what he has to say about it. And yeah, if you're having issues seeing the picture, just refresh. Okay. On my 4th according to videos page. Great. Great. Only 222,700 points to read your fanfic some more. Wow, Fran looked way different as a kid than when she grew up. After she grew up. Blech. The squeezed juice. I'm sure there's a lot of issues, yeah, with the frickin' crashing of the game, of the OBS. I don't know why it crashed so heavily, but whatever. Let's barge in on people's homes. I haven't seen the likes of you around here before, so tell me, are you here to buy some fruit? No, we're not merchants, we're with the Bracer Guild. So are you the elder of this village? I'm in the elder's house, and I'm old, and yes, of course I am, you fool. I guess you could say something like that. You don't happen to be one of Agate's companions, do you? Well, we're all members of the same guild, but we're not companions exactly. We know him by face, and that's probably about it. I see. So, he's traveling by himself as usual, huh? The village elder closed his eyes for a moment as a look of sadness passed over his aged features. What's wrong, sir? It's nothing, really. Please pardon my expression. He's my son. Anyway, what brings you to this rural village of ours? Don't tell me that another dangerous monster showed up in the area. No, actually, we're in the middle of an investigation concerning the missing airliner. We came here because we heard there was a report of some kind of sighting. I see. A Royal Army came here and investigated that the other day. However, they searched around the area, and it was pretty cool, dude. Thank you, Plain Isaac, for the 123 bits. Cool. Yeah, hopefully y'all can, refresh and get your thing working. I'm sorry that OBS crashed twice. I'll have to figure out what's going on there, but I do know that I really, 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 really badly need to clean out my OBS scenes. So I might do exactly that coming up, like maybe tonight or tomorrow or something, to just wipe out so much of my OBS scenes. That'll help, I think, a lot. Really? Is that so? Well, what about the person who saw the flying silhouette in the sky? It was one of the children in the village here, a boy named Louis. Not to be confused with his brothers Dewey or Huey, I might add. He apparently saw some suspicious shadow making its way across the sky on the night of the incident. But he's a kid anyway, you think about it, so he may just have imagined the whole thing while he was half asleep. Imagine it, huh? I guess the best thing we can do with them is ask directly. Blah blah blah. You're probably right about that. Thank you for your time, sir. Don't mention it. If there's anything else I can help you with, don't hesitate to ask. Meow, 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 meow. Well, I mean, I've definitely had long crashes in my stream before. It doesn't mean I can't be upset about it and bothered by it. It's still a momentum killer. It really wrecks your momentum when you're streaming. A lot of people don't come back, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It's frustrating. Yeah, RPG chick came in and said a couple things to everybody. She said you're all cute, by the way. She's like, cute chat, yeah. And then she left. Give me your eggs, you little shit! I'm gonna fucking steal your eggs! I haven't seen you guys around here before. Are you merchants here to buy fruit? Actually, no. We're here for a different reason. As a matter of fact, we're bracers. What are you looking for, Crimson? The alerts? Alerts, and then alerts 2, alerts 3, and alerts 4. Bracers, you mean like a gate? I don't know. You don't look all that strong to me, especially because you're a girl. Why don't you tell me how you really feel? But after say, you scared Coconut, who was trying to get on my lap very aggressively. So you spared me. Thank you, Birds, for the $2.12 donation. Thank you. But after seeing my great skill with a staff, do you think you can still call me weak? Wow, that's amazing. It's like a tornado. Nice shadow work. That's pretty cool. I hope you've learned your lesson that looks can be deceiving. Now, how about another amazing demonstration with my staff? Estelle, be careful. Wasn't it just yesterday that you hit yourself in the face doing that? Anyway, are you Louis by chance? Yeah? But how do you know my name? We heard from the village elder. He said you saw some kind of flying shadow. Do you think you could tell us a little bit more about what you saw that night? Sure, if you want, but the soldier from the army already searched the place and didn't find anything. That's fine. We're not worried about that. Do you think you could just tell us what you saw? In as much detail as you remember. Okay, I'll try. Yeah, actually, Yoshi got it for me as a gift, and I played a good chunk of it, but I got distracted with other things and wasn't able to finish. But it's fun. I like it, yeah. Okay, I'll try. You see, I like watching the stars at night, so I often sneak out of my house at night to come here and look at the stars. And that's how bored people are in the medieval days. They literally have nothing to do but to look at the stars. That's my only interesting thing in the world. Thank you, Playnastic, for the 123 bids. And the other night when I was out here looking up at the stars, I saw 2 shadows moving across the sky. Now hold on a minute here. You say you saw 2 shadows? Yeah. And they were different sizes too, kind of like a mom leading a kid. 2 shadows, 2 sizes. That's consistent with an airliner and a Sky Bandit ship, if you think about it. Yeah, the aircraft we ran across in the woods was definitely smaller than a typical airliner. And the 2 shadows just kept on flying north until I couldn't see them anymore. So north is... There's a trail that continues behind the village, and it leads into an old septium mine, which was abandoned some time ago. Soldiers from the armory supposedly searched the trail, but they didn't come up with anything. That's why they said, I must have been dreaming. And then they laughed at me like I didn't know what I was talking about. And then I kicked them in the shin and I ran off. The little boy's eyes started to swell up with tears. Oh, please. No, he wouldn't even care. He would just, like an actual kid, just make, whatever. Enough of that. You're a boy, right? And boys don't cry. Oh, God. Now, push them into the river. We're not like those stupid soldiers. We don't think you're telling a lie either, and we're going to prove it. Really? Darn straight. You just leave it to us. So no more crying, okay? Okay. You're a real nice person. As usual, she's got a knack with the kids. Yeah, maybe it's a virtue. Huh? Why are you guys looking at me like that? It's nothing. Let's focus on the task at hand. It looks like we've got stuff to do. Right. Let's hurry and get on the trail behind the village and see what we can find. The alert didn't go off. Which one? Because if you're talking about the knocking, it definitely did. I definitely looked to my right and saw nothing. Unless that wasn't you. Yeah, the knocking that you hit the specific alert, which was that. Basically, the way the alerts work is, hey, fuck. Yep, there you go. That's how they work. If you hit a specific amount, it does this very specific alert. Thank you, Kamen Rider, for the 321 bits. Thank you. So yeah, that's how that works. And the way it is, there's like a generic alert for like a general vicinity. Like if you do above $10 but below 50, then it's like the item get from FF1 PSP. Da, 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 unless you hit a specific alert, like the horse wiener one, and there you go. That's the generic for under $10. You know. Thank you, Kamen Rider, for the 69 bits. So yeah, you know, just depends. Just fun things for people to do when they're supporting the stream. I get a really big Chrono Cross vibe with this track. Death Blow 2. 100% kills enemy, but quartz breaks. Wow. Well, if I don't need the quartz, then I can just death blow and boom. Yes. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Crimson, for the 714 bits. And additionally, one of the other things you can do is you can vote on viewer choice games with your bits or donations using the hashtag in the viewer choice list in your cheer or donation message, and it'll automatically add it up. Pretty neat stuff. Rock Pecker. You don't say. Great. Yeah, it's great. Thank you, Crimson, for the 305 bits. That is unfortunately a great alert with that message. Beefsteak. Beefcake. I think it's going really well so far, yeah. Doing some things and making some progress. Although I will say that it's been 8 hours and we've done like virtually nothing in terms of actual progress. We did some bracer missions and like that was it. Nah, we really haven't been having a tits joke counter because most of them have been pretty well-rounded. I'm surprised that doesn't hit. Thank you, Crimson, for the 305 bids.
Seems you came up short.
Is she trying to suggest that you have to pay for her services? I am a sandwich, yeah. Because I got meat between two buns. Yeah. 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 Thank you, Kamen Rider, for the $8.69 donation. Despite all my rage, I am still just a sandwich because I got meat between two buns. Alright, I'm gonna cut this rock pecker up. Bum, 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 bum.
Seems you came up.
Ba-da-dum, ba-da-da-da-da-dow. I'm actually getting treasures now. This is really weird. The game, like, completely discouraged any kind of exploration. There's barely any treasures, although I will say that some of them could be really good. And all of a sudden, it's just like, you want treasures? Fine! Fine! We're gonna teach you that exploration yields almost nothing, but now, we're just gonna give you all the treasures in the world. Na 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 na. Did I finally catch up to Shara on levels? I did. Oh wait, hold on. There we go. I'm all of 50 XP behind her now. Which technically at this point is basically 50 battles, so. Oh man. I think one of the worst designs in a game I've ever seen is where it has this like scaling XP, so there's like a soft cap on your level, and then they'll make battles really important because of monster drops. So you're fighting all these worthless battles that get you no XP, but you need it for the drops in order to like craft or whatever. Oh, that was frustrating. I like how you can search the sign on the bottom here. It's a nice little touch. I mean, of course the sign would be readable on the ground, you know? There's a lot of those nice little touches that you just can't ignore, you know? The gate is secured with a heavy chain and padlock. This looks like the entrance to an abandoned mine. Kinda reminds me of the Malga mine. Except for the fact that it's all deserted. Seems that this place was abandoned quite some time ago. The padlock and chain are rusted. It doesn't look like the gate has been opened recently. Which means that there's no possibility that the Sky Bandits entered through here. Wonder if that's why the army never investigated the place. You're probably not gonna find any clues searching around in an old mine, that's for sure. What's wrong, Estelle? Maybe it's just me, but do you feel any air flowing out of here? When you say out of here, do you mean the mine? No, she means her butt because she just farted. Yeah, that's right. Let's see. Joshua wet the tip of his index finger with his tongue and held it out. You're right, Estelle. It's rather subtle, but there is air flowing out of here. Just like I thought, huh? Sometimes your senses can be surprisingly sharp, you know that? I wonder if you get that from your father. My dad doesn't have anything to do about it. The cave is farting instead. This is just a giant mountain butthole. It's just very slowly rumbling. But forget about that. Aren't you more interested in what's inside the old mine? There's certainly a possibility that it connects to somewhere. That was so organic. Gross. It's probably worth checking out. Well, in that case, let's bust this lock off. Hey, don't you even think about doing that. For now, we'd better head back to the village and talk to the elder. He might have the key. You're no fun, Shara. We didn't think about, like... He didn't think about giving that to us to begin with? Seems like an oversight on everybody's part that we didn't even consider the key. Yeah, you ever hear about the rumblings of the mountain? Now you know. Now you know what the rumblings of the mountain are. Ba-da-now, ba-da-na-na-na-now. La-da-la-la-da-da. Dun-dun-dun, ba-da-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. That's a new NPC. Isn't that you, Shara? It's nice to see you again. I haven't seen you since the last time you were here during your training. If it isn't Annalise, not Annalise, Annalise. There's a reason for that. What are you doing here? Well, I had a request to exterminate a monster in the area. Oh, really? So how has your swordsmanship been coming along? Have you started mastering the use of that weapon? Oh, let's avoid that subject right now. I'm still working on it. By the way, Shara, are you here on a job for the guild? Yeah, something like that. Although the job's a little different from the one you're handling. Is that so? Well, this region has been becoming more dangerous recently. Make sure to be careful. Interesting how the town evolves like that, though. Yeah, don't feed the mountain burritos or Taco Bell. That's it's true. It's how Pompeii started. Yeah. Very interesting. Like, all the NPCs are placed somewhat differently. They say different things and stuff. I do appreciate that. But the thing is like, when it comes to Lunar, because Lunar does the same thing here, you want to talk to all the NPCs because they usually have really clever things to say because of that classic Working Designs localization. Whereas everybody in here just has like a lot of, I don't know, just how's the weather kind of talk, you know? And I'm just like, I'm not interested in how the weather is. I don't care. Yes, you went to the store and bought eggs. Congratulations, you know? So this is where you are, Elder Raisin. Raisin hell, more like it. Ha ha! It's you young Brazers, is it? Well, this is a rather extravagant grave for a small village like this, isn't it? It was erected to mourn all those so erected. Sorry. Sometimes I just, you know... to mourn the souls of last 10 years ago. Since the Bose region is nearest to the Empire, it was in the thick of the fray. And this village lost a number of good people in the hostilities. That's terrible. Yes, it is. That's why I'm laughing. There's no need for you to get somber too, though. These days, cleaning this monument is just one of my daily routines. But I guess you wouldn't have come up here if you didn't think there was something I could help you with, right? Oh, right. There was something we wanted to talk to you about. But before that, would you mind if we paid our respects as well? I know we don't have any flowers to give, but we'd at least like to offer up a prayer. Although I could just pick these flowers up right here and then offer them. There we go. Oh, I see. No, of course I don't mind. I'm sure all those looking down from above would be overjoyed by the gesture. So you say there might be some clues in that old mine, eh? I know for certain that the soldiers didn't check inside. After I heard Louis' story, it really got me thinking. We'd like to check the place out, just in case. So would you mind lending us the key to the entrance? The key for the padlock, huh? Give me a minute here. I'm sure I put it in this drawer. Right, here it is. Yes, all the things I've erected. Like last night in your mother's bedroom, Trebek. Oh my god, the mayor is Sean Connery! Okay, this shouldn't get you inside. Wow, this key looks ancient. Many thanks, old man. This will really help a lot. Don't mention it. We're always indebted to the Bracer Guild for their help. It's only natural that we would try and return the favor. Thank you. If everyone we dealt with were as cooperative as you, it would make our lives a lot easier. We'll be sure to let you know if we find anything. I would appreciate that. Meow 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 meow. I have two very, very sleepy, passed out kitties to my left. Is any of the one I lost my quest to? No. I think it was supposed to be up here somewhere, though. Banana, 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 nana, 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 banana, nana. Let's use the key we borrowed from the village elder. Well, that was one heavy gate. Let's have a look inside, shall we? I don't know about sky bandits, but I can definitely sense monsters in here. Everyone stay alert. She's got monster sense. Giant enemy crab! Yes, this trek is we're playing Professor Layton. And we're going around town to try and find the puzzles and searching for coins. Wow, I do not want to fight these guys anymore at all whatsoever. They seem to be vulnerable to magic though, but I don't want to burn my MP. Pizza cake. Pretty sure I only got like 5 XP from that, so I'm just gonna avoid battles. The game does a very good job of making you never want to fight battles though, so there's that. Alyssa Feld, thank you for the host. Appreciate the support. Discourages battle, discourages exploration. Oh, it's good to hear. Yeah, there's a lot of love for this franchise. You know, it's really interesting because the franchise itself is still very niche. Not a lot of people have played it or know about it, but the people that love it really love it. You know what I mean? Oh, he snagged me. Why are you suddenly coming at me, bro? Man, it's bright in here. Huh? Isn't that the... Quiet, Estelle. Looks like we hit the jackpot. Oh, look. We done did it. Forget about the heavy things and focus on the food provisions and valuables. And hurry it up, will ya? It's only a matter of time before someone finds this place. Roger that, Count. Okay, understood. What's an airliner doing? Seriously, Estelle? My God, you're dumb. Wow, what's an airliner doing in a place like this? So weird. There's definitely nothing to do with airliners in the last 10 hours of video game that we've been doing and talking about. So weird. Estelle. Yeah. You're about as dense as a diamond. I guess that kid wasn't seeing things after all. Looks like an area that used to be used for strip mining. It certainly turned out to be a great place to hide something of this size. Yeah, who would have thought to look here? Literally us. Literally us. Cold Steel 2. Yeah, we have all of them. We have all the Trails in the Sky. We have all the Cold Steel except for 3. And we do have plans to play all of them, so it just will take some time because we don't want to just binge it. That would be really bad. Plus the Cold Steel games have to be voted in. Look at that. Aren't they loading the airliner cargo in their own ship? Let's worry about that later. We've got to figure out a way to bag these guys before they can get away again. So this is our third trip, huh? Man, Don could be a real slave driver sometimes. Oh well, once this is all taken care of, we'll be able to sit back and negotiate a nice fat ransom. Hold it right there. Yeah, let's... Mother... My God, did they not just say, let's sit back and poke around a little bit? They said, we'll hold back a little bit first. And then the literal next scene is them being like, hold it right there. Who in the scorching flames of justice shall never fade away as long as evil thrives in this world. The League of Extraordinary Bracers has arrived. Okay. All right, Estelle, go sit in the corner. Huh? The League of what? You bonehead. Why do you always get carried away like that? What's with you two? Now look like a big fool saying that stuff all alone. You're the ones who Josette had a run-in with back in Roulette. This can't be right. You're not supposed to be here this early. It can't be right. We're not supposed to be here this early? What the heck are you talking about? In accordance with the laws of the Bracer Guild, you are hereby under arrest and charged with the hijacking of an airliner and its passengers. I hope for your sakes you'll come along quietly. You know, if we were professionals, we would have scoped it out and made sure the hostages were safe and they can't be used against us. Now, hold on a minute. Are you trying to tell me that only the 3 of you here came to arrest us? You see anyone else, bandit boy? So you're not involved with the others then, huh? Then that simplifies things. Let's get them, boys. kind of want to keep this for Flicker, the points that is. But I could also just wreck his day and just be done with it. Tit. He just farted out a bunch of crystals. All mine. Wait, why do you got fully? Oh, I must have missed him, I guess. Wow, nice damage.
Someone's been naughty.
Sure hope there's not a second boss here after this, because I just burned everything to make sure these guys go down nice and fast. You know, I'm gonna move so I get the extra crystals on kill here.
Alright, we're good to go.
Boss fight, a whole 9 experience points, baby. Boy, do I feel rewarded. Oh, you guys are tougher than I thought. It's no wonder Josette got beat by you three. Sweet talk won't get you anywhere, bunny. It's time to surrender and let the passengers go. You really don't know anything, do you? What was it you called yourselves? League of Exceptionally Dim or something? You're making fun of my awesome team name. You're dead. Look out. What in the... You've got to be kidding me. Another smokescreen? It's too bad about the rest of the cargo, but we'll just have to live without it. Later, bracers. Oh, some of it got in my eyes. Don't worry, it's not poisonous. It looks like it's just a typical smoke canister. Their ship is already out of sight. This is getting really old. It's not once but twice now that they've gotten away. If I get demoted for this at the guild, there's not much I can say in my defense. Oh, Shara, quit acting like it was all your fault. We're responsible for letting them get away too, but if we've got time to kick ourselves over this, then we got time to do other constructive things we can do. Well, you sound like you should be the senior bracer. Well, at least we're able to take back the airliner, so how about we have a look? Passengers may be inside. Right. Let's save it. We did beat a boss and get 6 whole experience points. Yeah, that's why scaling XP is dumb, because you feel completely unrewarded for anything that you do. Pretty sure it's 6, but it doesn't matter. Semantics. Shit experience for a boss fight. Just totally unrewarding. That's pretty big. There's not a piece of cargo left. Evidently, the Sky Bandits managed to make off with it all. At least judging by the looks of things. At any rate, we should do a thorough investigation of the place. Yeah, let's not worry about the hostages. Here's a lift car. Looks like the same type as those at the landing port. The Sky Bandits probably used this to move the cargo. Wonder what this is. It's the orbital engine control panel. Looks like the flow of orbital energy is completely stopped. Yeah, I heard the old ones are coming to Steam, which is pretty cool. Here's the steering wheel used to pilot the ship. I wonder where the pilot could have gone. Dead. Looks like this is the captain's seat. If these were any other circumstances, I would love to sit here. Don't even think about it. Oh, did I say 9 out of whatever? I'm just so uninterested, you know, based on that reward. It's bright in here. There's a lot of light shining into this place. It's just a really, really bad system. Scaling XP, you know? This four-potted plant doesn't look like it's gonna make it. Bunch of plant murders. It probably hasn't been watered for days. Well, looks like they got away with the hostages too. Because there ain't no one else on this plane. We checked it over, but it doesn't look like but it looks like there's nobody inside. There's a high possibility the passengers were transferred to the Sky Bandit airship. And then to wherever their hideout is. Agreed. But this sucks. Right when I thought we had some clues, we're back to 0. Come on, cheer up already. It's not like every clue has completely vanished. Why do you think the Sky Bandit hid the airliner in a place like this? Huh? As far as I can tell, the orbital energy in the ship is completely stopped, which means that the orbital engine was stripped from the aircraft. I know this because the orbital energy in an orbital orbiment gradually recharges over time. Furthermore, the Sky Bandits made multiple trips to carry off a large amount of cargo. Considering the time and risk involved, don't you think it would have been more effective just to take the entire airliner to their hideout? Yeah, that does seem a little odd that they didn't. So why'd they hide the airliner here then? All I can think of is that they did it in order to... Huh. Well, I mean, we clearly got like some dialogue suggesting it was about the orbital energy. But I think that's like the bait answer. I guess you could definitely sort the cargo here, make it easier to move it, get what you want and everything. You don't need the whole airship, you just want the valuable cargo. I mean, obviously that, but that's not the real answer here. It's not what we're worried about. I mean, this is an obvious answer as well. But this kind of feels like the answer. We'll go with this one. Hey! Mm, 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 mm. 5 million IQ. Yes, that's exactly right. From my guess, I would imagine that their hideout is in a slightly peculiar place. Maybe 10 to 15 arg in size. Arg! Well, if they're pirates, they would measure it in arg. Arg! You know? It's BR Pirate Hideout. Aye, arg, arg, args, 15 args in size. In short, a peculiar place in which only a small aircraft like the Sky Bandits airship could land. Interesting. How about terrain covered with extreme differences in height, like mountains and ravines? That seems like a likely place for the Sky Bandits hideout. Yes, that's what I've been thinking too. However, if that's the case, then we may be unable to do anything else. There's the possibility that their hideout may be in a place we can't reach by foot. Then what can we do? Well, you can stop your bitching for one! I hate to say it, but we may have to share our conclusion with the army and ask for their cooperation, because they're the ones with the patrol ships. What? Now you're trying to tell us we should go crawling back to the army and ask for them for help? Either way, we still have to report to them about the airliner. Personally speaking, I still think we should cooperate with the army, whatever their attitude may be. Especially if that means bringing the hostages back safe and sound. I guess you're right. This isn't the time or place to be letting my personal feelings get the best of me. For the time being, let's just get back to the guild and report our findings to Lugrin. We should be able to contact the Hakan gate if we use the orbital telephone. Oh, hi, Kim. Oh, hi. Don't I have, like... No, I thought I had magic that let me get out of dungeons and stuff, but I don't. Oh. Uh-oh. I feel like we're gonna get framed for this. Huh? What the heck? Great. Now this is something I did not expect. I wonder if we should be glad since they saved us the trouble of having to contact them. We have found a suspicious armed group. Put your hands in the air, all of you. What in the world? What is this world coming to? A woman and 2 kids are the Sky Bandits? Does this girl... Though this girl does look shifty. Hey now, that's just rude. And who are you calling Sky Bandits? Can't you see the shiny emblem on my chest? Ah, the Bracers emblem. I hope you don't think for a moment something like that proves your innocence. General Morgan, why are you here? After looking over the report of my men, I found this place to have been insufficiently investigated, so I came to see for myself. Who would have thought the lot of you were conspiring with the Sky Bandits? Might I get you to stop with the accusations, General? We happen to find this place one step ahead of your men. If that's the truth, then why don't you tell me where the Sky Bandits are? Are the hostages inside that airliner? We almost had the Sky Bandits, but they managed to escape. And there are no hostages to be found here. Looks like the truth has come out. Most likely you notified the Sky Bandits to let them know we were coming. Wait a minute here. How about you cut the crap? My thoughts exactly! All right, men, take them into custody. I knew the prison cells were down there for a reason. They weren't gonna draw out prison cells. Yep, exactly. Unless they were gonna be in them. Does that mean I have to poop in front of everybody now? Ugh. The general will be questioning you. Bleh. The general will be questioning you himself on the morrow. If your innocence is proven, then you will be released in 2 or 3 days. So for the time being, the cell will give you a nice place to cool your heels and poop in front of everybody. This is not even funny. Tossing us in a place like this without even listening to a word we have to say. If the army managed to arrest the Sky Bandits, then I'm sure we'd have our names cleared. But with the way things are at the moment, that might not be possible. Why not? You remember what the Sky Bandit leader we fought in the old mine said? He said, this can't be right. You're not supposed to be here this early, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I like that too. It's like, it's almost as if the intent was to feed us the information at a certain amount of time so that, like, we would get there just in time for them to be gone, and then, you know, that's that. Now that you mention it, he did say that, didn't he? You're not trying to tell me that he meant the army by that, do you? I don't know for sure, but I would bet that that's what he meant, which means that the Sky Bandits have a mole in the army, or a collaborator who is leaking information. That's what you wanted to say, isn't it, Joshua? Yeah. Well, if that's the case, they'll never get caught, which means we were the only ones that stood a chance of nabbing them. But now we're stuck in here. I wonder how your father would get around that little setback. My. Well, don't you all seem to be in a bit of a fix? Huh? Did you just say something, Joshua? No, I didn't say anything. It came from the cell next door. It almost sounds familiar. Oh, how could you say something so heartless? My illustrious voice should be recognizable to anyone. Oh no. Could this unfounded self-confidence and a tone of absurd narcissism belong to... It's you, isn't it, Olivier? You do remember my dulcet chords. Goody. To think that we'd meet again in a place like this. It seems that we are bound by destiny. Why are you here? I thought we lost you, we took you to Bose. And now you're locked up in a place like this? What the heck did you do? Come now, let's not worry about other little details, shall we? I have my reasons, which are deeper than the deepest ocean and higher than the highest peak. Did you miss much? We got blamed for the bandits, and now we're in prison, predictably. Yeah, there's, you know, it's kind of funny, Neon, that I was actually talking about this earlier, that the overriding is actually providing now. It just started doing this just the last couple dialogue sessions. It actually started providing like realistic, you know, banter between the characters trying to rationalize what happened and strategize and think about it, you know? As opposed to like, oh, those rotten good for nothing nobodies, you know, and then just whining about it, and then nothing ever like actually gets talked about or anything until miraculously they go, oh, it was our mistake. You were free to go instead, or you escape or something, other stupid reason, you know? So yeah, I have had a little bit more respect for the dialogue, or at least the intent behind the dialogue, recently more than before. I'm definitely not asking now. I'm sure we'd just get tired while you talked our ears off. What a coincidence, Estelle. I was just thinking the same thing. So there you have it. We don't really care to know. You talk so much that I'd probably be an old woman by the time you were done, and I'm not ready for wrinkles yet. Come on now. Let's not be like that. I'll fill you in on all the details, of the tragic incident which befell me.
Come here, tiger.
Meow. Thank you, Kamen Rider, for the 369 bits. How about we stay in our respective cells? Didn't you listen, dummy? We don't want to hear about it. It all began after we parted ways. I did some window shopping in the Bose Market and then moved on to the Antaros restaurant. You see, once I had eaten to my heart's content, I began to play the grand piano to then feed my artistic soul. And upon doing so, the restaurant manager was overcome by my skill, so I was asked to stay and work as the professional pianist for the restaurant. That's great and all, but I thought you were supposed to be a lutist. A musical genius is not limited to just one instrument. Anyway, back to my story. After negotiating to a few of my own conditions, I accepted the job offer. Those conditions were, of course, food and wine for free every day instead of Mira. I don't know how to put it, but that's very you, Olivier. And I'm not sure how this has anything to do with getting thrown in jail. Oh, well, this is where the real sob story begins. That night, I had been enjoying a plate of sautéed duck I'd had the chef prepare, but the blood sauce which had been used was a little too overbearing for my palate. consequently, I began to feel that normal red wine was not satisfying enough. The more you talk, the more I want to hit you. Yes, I feel the same. Credits? Question mark? But go on, I'm curious in spite of knowing better. Well, so I borrowed a bottle of wine which seemed good from the cellar. Something called Grand Chardonnay from the year 1183. Grand Chardonnay from the year 1183. That's the legendary vintage wine that was auctioned off in the royal city. Oh, aren't you well informed? I heard a rumor about it too, so of course I was interested in having a drink for myself. Auctioned off. How much are we talking about here? From what I heard, it went for somewhere in the neighborhood of 500,000 mira. 500,000 for just one bottle? That's out of this world. And you didn't, did you, Olivier? Such a needless question. Of course I opened the bottle and had a sip. Its sweet-smelling fragrance tickled my nostrils. Its luxurious mellow taste caressed my throat. And can you believe what else? A rose-tinted vignette of time and space existed within that very bottle. Vignette, I think is the pronunciation. I don't think I can listen to this any longer. Yeah, my ears are bleeding from listening to such stupidity. I'm completely dumbfounded. The sad thing is that after taking a sip of such excellent wine, I began to feel the food was lacking. And as I was having the chef cook me up something else to match the wine, the restaurant manager returned. Since I'm not a stingy fellow, I cordially invited him to join me for a drink. But for some odd reason, he got rather upset. In fact, he got so steaming mad that his face looked like a ripe tomato. And before I could say another word, a group of soldiers came filing in. And, well, one thing led to another, and... Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, dude's so dense. He just straight up took a $500,000 bottle of wine because he was thirsty. He's like, you know what? This meal's far too succulent for this wine, so I need a better wine. I'll just take this $500,000 bottle real quick. That's not mine. I can't say another word about this tragedy of being dragged all the way here without coming to tears. So let us all weep together as you sympathize with my dilemma. Idiot. Pardon? But do my ears deceive me? I could have sworn I heard a snoring, and even an assuredly misheard idiot coming from your cell. Are you listening? This is where the story gets really interesting. You see, several further trails awaited me after I was brought here. Hello? Are you even listening? Wow. Oh, hi, Lizzie. Oh, hi. Beware the Lizzie Legion. Thank you for the raid, Lizzie. How's it going? Welcome into my first playthrough of Trails in the Sky, The Legend of Heroes. Hey, you three, get up. Man, I'm tired. What's wrong? What are you trying to tell us? We're being interrogated this early in the morning? That's a little early even for me. No, it's just the opposite. You're being released. Huh? Playing some Immortals Phoenix Rising. Oh, hey, yeah, I do have that. It looks like a really fun game. I've been wanting to try it, but on my own time. I don't think I want to stream it. Why all of a sudden? Is there a reason for this? Yes, I'd like to consider myself that reason. Mayor Maybell? Wow, what an unusual place to be meeting you. I'm really sorry about everything that happened to you, but don't worry, your names have been cleared. I don't completely agree with everything, but this is a request coming from Maybell herself. You'd better remember to thank her. So you mean Mayor Maybell stood up on our behalf? No, that's not exactly it. I just explained your situation to General Morgan. Our situation? Yes, I have one question for the both of you. Are you really the children of Cassius Bright? It's not about what you know, it's about who you know. Yes, that's right. This is Estelle Bright, and I'm his adopted son, Joshua. I see. Now that you mention it, the girl does slightly resemble Lena. You knew my mother? No, I just said her name because I fucking wanted to. Yes, I enjoyed your mother's cooking on several occasions when I visited your home in Roland. Why, in fact, we even met once when you were just a baby. Now wait just a minute. You're a personal acquaintance of my dad's? I knew that he was in the military before, but... I don't know Cassius Bright the Bracer. The only Cassius I know is the one from the service. He was a rare strategist. Strategist? Dad? I just can't imagine what he saw in the Bracer Guild. It makes me angry just thinking about it. You'll have to excuse me. What's wrong with him? It seems like your father was a brilliant officer in the military. I've heard from the general that he tried several times to get your father to change his mind about retiring. I didn't know that. Somehow feels hard to believe. However, if that's the case, the general's hatred for bracers may stem from Cassius leaving the army. From the vexation of being left by one of his most promising men. I get the same impression. So that's what... Oh, so what you're saying is our lives are such a pain because of Dad? Your dad's name just got you out of jail, okay? The dirty, rotten scoundrel. How about we return to Bose now? With the airliner being found, the situation has taken a new turn. So there are a number of things I'd like to discuss with you. Oh, sure. Is something the matter? I'm definitely ready to get out of here, but it feels like we're forgetting something. Now that you mention it, what could it be? Not Olivier! Not Olivier! Oh, how callous people can be at times. Oh, thank you, Ink. I tried. I try to at least give us some effort instead of no effort, you know. I know some people read all the dialogue and they just kind of monotone it. I try to at least, you know, give something. Whether it's good or not is irrelevant, but at least it's something, you know. How could you forget about a companion you spent the night with you in a cold, hard cell? Oh, how lamentable, how pitiful. Fine, be that way. I shall wither away, friendless and hungry, alone in this dark purgatory. Is he still here? Yeah, I completely forgot about him. I'm sorry to say this, but there's not much we can do for you. Is he the musician I heard about? The one who chugged that bottle of Grand Chardonnay without a second thought? Chugged! Olivier! Ah, indeed, that is I. Yet, my fair lass, I would be heartbroken if you took my intentions the wrong way. For you see, I perceived it as an advance payment for the exquisite services that I was about to render. You're quite an interesting character. All right, I'll see what I can do to bargain with the general for your release. Really? Truly? You would do such a kind service for a man such as myself? I think that may be asking a bit much. If the restaurant takes this to trial, there's going to be at least be a lawsuit. Well, there's no need to worry about that. You see, the owner of the restaurant is me. Oh, shit! Oh, man. Well, then. Okay. All right. Oh, that was unexpected. It's like those people that try to argue with somebody on Twitter or something. Like, let's say, you know, I'm going to argue about marsupials. Actually, marsupials are blah, 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 but I wouldn't expect you to know. And it's like their profile is like leading biologist, specialty of marsupials on their Twitter bio or something. And it's just like, yeah, they don't know anything. Not even the manager. Owner. The manager is just an employee that just looks after it for the owner, you know? Huh? And the Grand Chardonnay was the very one I bid on. That being the case, I'm fairly confident there won't be any other problems over the matter. Well, she seems pretty blasé about it. Oh, I can't believe you were released. It's like a stroke of bad luck. Oh, please, don't lay on the compliments so thick. However, it pains my soul that I partook of such a fine wine without paying a single mira. Shall I play the piano in the restaurant per our contract to remedy that? I think I'm gonna have to pass on that. After what happened, I think it would be a bit awkward having you back there. I, for one, don't think he'd mind a bit. Yeah, he sure does seem to have some thick skin, or just a penchant for drama. Well, I think if you have 500K to blow on a bottle of wine, you probably don't really care about the 500K to begin with, so... she didn't get to take a sip herself, but, you know, she'll just buy another one. Let's just think of this as an unfortunate incident for the both of us. But I don't think I can just let things go this way. Let's see. It seems like you're investigating something at the moment, right? How about I lend my assistance in return for the wine? Well, that does sound interesting. Could I ask you to join these bracers in their work? Oh, could you ever? Oh, so it's settled. Let our new working relationship bloom like a magnolia at the height of spring. Great. 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 Hold on a sec. What did we do to deserve this? Your general awareness aside, simply having an amateur like you around is honestly going to be a pain. Are you confident that you won't be a drag on our work or our sanity? Well, I'm somewhat confident in my marksmanship and magic, but of course I'll be distressed if you tried to list my music genius in the same group. That's the kind of line that gets me really worried. But maybe we could use an extra hand. As long as we can't count on the army to help us out, I have the feeling that we'll be short on manpower. Well, alright then, we'll use you for whatever you're worth. However, if you do happen to conclude that you're not worth your weight, you're dumped from the party. Are you gonna be okay with that? Of course, I don't mind. I'd never let you down, so please be reassured. Well, my expectations of you are pretty much at rock bottom anyway, so I know you won't let me down. I'm glad things are settled between you all. But before you go, there's something I need to tell you. Tell us? Actually, the town did seem pretty noisy as we were headed here. What happened? Truth be told, last night there was a large-scale burglary in Bose's South Block. The weapon shop and Orbital Factory were targeted, as were a number of private residences. What? So, was this the work of the Sky Bandits? It's unknown at the time, but it seems highly probable. A unit of the Royal Army is currently conducting an investigation. I see. Guess we'd better do an investigation of our own then. Yes, I'd like to formally request that you do just that. How come we're not getting paid individual jobs? She's just like tacked on like 3 different jobs now. We haven't got paid for any of them. I'll send a payment over to the guild for the work you've done so far. Oh. Never mind. Never mind. Please make use of the money for your current investigation expenses. I have a feeling that the army is gonna get in our way again. But I guess when that happens, it happens. Whether they just get in our way or not, I don't think we should be forthcoming with the army about our information we come across. Thank you, coming right over the 110 bids. Thank you, yeah. Honestly, like, I have to give credit where credit is due. You know? Like, the game is constructed very well, okay? But this is like more of a game design thing. It's partially story, but it's more of a game design thing. Because, like, it's about rewarding the player, right? You know, you did the job, you should get paid for it. You know, get that money so you can buy stuff and be a cool RPG gamer person, you know? And in a lot of games, they'll just tack on jobs on top of jobs on top of jobs, and you never really get paid, and you wonder why you're doing the jobs to begin with, and you just kind of get lost in it all, you know? And there's usually something big that happens that lets you forego the job, as it would be, and do what you want to do because you need to do it. Like, for instance, Final Fantasy VII, you know, at the beginning with the bombing, the reactor bombing, you do your job, you get paid. And then a new job happens, and bad stuff happens, so you don't get paid because bad stuff happens, so you get separated from the group. And by the time that you get around to being able to do your job again, you know, something big has happened, which is Aerith getting kidnapped, that makes you want to do that. You want revenge now, you know, you don't care about the job. And so it becomes more voluntary and less compulsory. Wait. Yeah, sort of. Less about payment and more about desire. And though that's natural good storytelling that, you know, puts that into perspective. And so like with this game, you're a part of a mercenary troop, basically, a mercenary group. And so when a job is finished, you should get paid for that job. And if they want to hire you for additional work beyond that because whatever, then you should get paid for that work. And our job was to find the missing airship. We did. And now they want to hire us for something else. Even though it's all kind of connected, we did their job. We should get paid for it. And they are respecting that. And I appreciate that. Because if there's really a spy in their midst, they just leak it to the Sky Bandits. Though I'm reluctant to say it, I also think that's for the best to keep quiet about our findings. Anyway, let's act with prudence. Alrighty, my bosom companions. Shall we head to the South Block? Look, buddy, who made you king of the show? Well, we got Olivier, finally. Permanently, it seems. You know, I will say that traditionally, oh yeah, we do get just extra gear. That traditionally, or at least with Sherazade, the companion joining was very natural, but I have to say that this is a little less natural. Oh, prevents freeze, nice. It's kind of forced on there, but it's not that bad. It at least has a lot of... It has a lot of something attached to it, you know, at least. Ooh, nice. We got bonus 3 BP. Do I get a new rank up yet? Yeah. You know what? It's starting to feel like the rank ups are story-based and not BP-based, because every time I've ranked up, it's been because of a story mission being turned in. Petrified Quartz. Wow. Bum, bum, bum. I should go about opening a new slot. We'll be playing this tomorrow, Inc. So 1 p.m. Pacific, that's when we start our stream, which is in about 16 hours from now, or 8 hours ago, basically, is when we start. And we'll be playing more tomorrow. Oh. Job that works right in with that one. In fact, after 8 hours of streaming. That's basically our time to wrap things up as well. Let's get, I don't know. I hate that I don't have music on Alt Tab. I'm trying to find something for the playlist. Yep, that's all the time we got for tonight, ladies and gentlemen, boys and grills. Time for you to roll credits soon. Oh my god, man. Still more, like every day. I wonder how much it's costing them. Can't be cheap. They're also getting desperate. But yeah, thank you everybody for being here. This was an awesome night. I really had a great time with the stream tonight. Everything was really fun. We drew some Pokemon and they were perfect examples of Pokemon based on my memory and just a tremendous amount of support. Thank you very much for the absolutely staggering support. Thank you. I very much appreciate it. All the biz donations, subs, resubs, sub-gift bombs, hosts and raids, and new followers as well. Welcome in. I hope you enjoy your stay. We stream every day except for Saturday, 1 p.m. Pacific. So yeah, our current games are this, Trails in the Sky, and another Gundam RPG on the PS2 called MS Saga. Both are pretty enjoyable, and I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow, 1 p.m. Pacific. More Trails in the Sky. I'm in mod view. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty tired. I think I'm just gonna wrap it up. I'm not gonna raid anybody tonight. I normally raid somebody, but you know, not every time. And I'm feeling pretty worn out, so the voice acting takes a lot out of you. So we'll see you guys tomorrow, 1 p.m. Pacific. More Trails in the Sky. Have a wonderful night. Take care.